What is up, guys? I'm Shaunte'A Chanel. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm just gonna sit down and talk with y'all for a little bit. My last video was it was my Hello December video, which is last month. It is currently the new year. Happy New Year to all of you guys. I hope that you guys are doing well. I hope that you guys are getting this very good feeling about 2023 like I'm getting. So I just wish you all a happy new year. So like I said, my last video was in December and it was me welcoming December, and I may have even had this on, I don't even remember now. So I don't know what I had on that video, it don't matter. So today's video, I just wanted to sit down and talk. I kind of wanted to give y'all an update of what's going on with me. So y'all know that I had lost my job in October, and I had been looking for a job, and I had started a job in November. So since then I am no longer working at that job. I didn't get fired, so don't worry. Actually, I quit. It was not a bad job. It was an easy job. It was different than what I was used to doing. Like a lot of y'all know, it was like a call center. I was working for the state. So I mean, it was okay. My main reason for not wanting to be there is just that I was not motivated to go to work. Like, I just had no motivation to get up every day and to go. And that might sound ridiculous to some of y'all. Like, if I was to try to explain that to my parents, like, they would be like, what the hell? Like, you know, you don't just quit a job and have no plan. You don't quit a job and not have anything to fall back on. And after Christmas, I just didn't go back. The week before Christmas, it was when that winter storm was coming through. That Thursday, I got up, I went to work. I was at work for 45 minutes and they sent everybody home because of the weather. Excuse me. I didn't feel like the weather was that bad. It might have gotten bad. I know I only stayed like 6 minutes from the job, so of course my commute was a little bit easier than what a lot of other people's were. So they ended up closing the office. So they closed the office that day. The next day, which was Friday, they said that they were going to open up at 10 o'clock. My shift started at 9:30. So I just didn't want to go to work that day. I don't know if it had to do with it being cold. I kind of feel like that had a whole lot to do with it, because when it's cold like that, you don't want to get out of the bed, you know. So, and then of course that Saturday and Sunday was Christmas Eve and Christmas. We were off that Monday and Tuesday, and I was in Ardmore. I came back Tuesday, and Wednesday, when it was time for me to go to work, I got up, I got dressed, and I just was like, I just don't want to do this. I did not want to do it. I called and told them that I was going to be late, which I do not advise anybody to do this. Please do not follow my lead. And probably the worst person to even say that I've been doing this, because I'm an advocate for making sure, you know, when it comes to quit and put in 2 weeks notice, all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I told them I was going to be about 15 to 20 minutes late, and then I just never showed up. And of course they call, they text, all that kind of stuff. I did not have the motivation to go back. That's that's it. I just did not have the motivation to go back. I started because in the past, like back in 2020, I was doing like DoorDash and Instacart shipped and stuff like that. So that's what I did instead that day. I got dressed and I went and started doing Instacart. Of course, I didn't make the money that to make up for not going to work that day, but I felt so much better doing that than going and sitting in a cubicle. And it's so crazy because you always think that you want that kind of job where you have your own cubicle and you can decorate it any way you want to and things like that. But when I started that job, I just had a feeling that I wasn't gonna be there long. So there wasn't a lot of stuff that I took up there because I know some people, they had their cubicles decorated like crazy. I had like a little fake plant and, you know, some minor office supplies, some food and stuff like that. But so that was on Wednesday. And then was it the next day? That Thursday, I went up there and got all my stuff. I just went in like super early, went and grabbed my things and said hi to a couple people and I left. So I didn't leave anything up there, so, you know. But, excuse me. But if anybody from that job comes across this video, I'm okay. I apologize. But I just, and it was nothing wrong with the job, nothing wrong with the people, nothing like that. I just was not motivated to go to work. And one of the things was the pay. The pay was, to me, was low. But when you come from relying very heavily on tips, and your tips are like $1,500 to $2,000 every 2 weeks, you know, just add it to your check, and your checks are $2,500, and you know, just when your checks are like that every 2 weeks, you're making over $5,000 a month, things like that. Anything else is just, it's crazy. It's a big difference. It is a huge difference. And I know right now, like, I'm not making any money just sitting at home. I'm not making that kind of money going out and dashing and stuff like that. But I think what it is, it's the freedom. Like, I have the freedom to sit here and talk to y'all on this camera. I have the freedom to sit in my house. I guess that's what it is. Like, I just feel like I needed something flexible and just, I don't know. I'm very unsure of that. I'm managing, you know, like I'm maintaining. I'm still getting my bills paid. I have, you know, my family's helping me out so much, and I'm so grateful for that. But I'm one of those type of people, like, it's hard for me to ask for help. It's very hard for me to ask for help. It has to be an emergency situation for me to ask for help. And so my brother has just really been on my ass about that. If you need help, you need to ask for it, and stuff like that, which, you know, I'm getting better about it, I guess. But it's still hard. It's still hard for me to say, hey, can you help me out with this? Help me out with this. But I'm doing okay. I have a couple of opportunities coming up in marketing. There's a couple of companies that are reaching out to me. It's like a fundraising, like they work with nonprofits for like fundraising and their marketing opportunities. And I'm just like, I've never had a marketing job before. These are entry level. In the job post they say, you know, no experience necessary, things like that. But it scares me. I'm one of those type of people that I if I don't have any experience in it and I start to do it and I don't like it, I'll just stop. Like, you know, I won't give it time to get started and stuff like that. If I'm not seeing instant, I ain't gonna say instant results, but like if I'm not liking it in the beginning, I'm just gonna quit. Like, I'm not gonna keep doing it because I feel like it's not fulfilling. I feel like it's a waste of my time. And I think that's what part of what that was with that other job was that, like, I liked it, it was okay, but there wasn't enough movement, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know if that makes sense or not. It wasn't enough movement. I wasn't getting satisfaction from it. That's very hard to explain. I think it's like that. Like, I was given, but I wasn't receiving. I feel like that's what it was. It was something I just wasn't getting. I wasn't seeing results or something. I don't know how to explain it. If you feel what I'm saying, like, leave a comment, but that's kind of how it felt. Like, I was showing up and I didn't have anything to show for it. You know, cause I was still going to work every day. I was going to work every day, but my checks were not, my checks weren't enough to do anything with. Like, playing catch up when you're not making as much as you were, it was crazy. So I don't know if that even makes any kind of sense. But yeah, so but today is the 5th, so we're 5 days in. My new year was okay. I stayed at home. Me and Carmen were here. I didn't want to go out or anything like that. I was okay at home, you know. I was cool being at home. I had a little to-go daiquiri, and I sipped on that, and Carmen was on the phone with her friends, and we always celebrate twice on the new year. We celebrate when the New York ball drops, and then we also celebrate, you know, when our time zone drops, or when our time zone hits midnight. So we watched the ball drop together, which I think this probably was the first time in a long time that we were able to do that. So we did that. In the end, we were all on the phone. Well, I wasn't on the phone. She was on the phone with all her friends. So I guess I brought in the new year with them. So that was pretty neat. What else I got? This is gonna be one of those videos that you may or may not see this. If you get to see this, I was comfortable enough with posting it. I actually filmed a lot of stuff in December, and I just didn't want to post it. Like, I had it on my computer. When I got to going through the footage, I just was not happy with what I was seeing. And, you know, trying to be a vlogger, you know, you feel like you have to record everything, record. And so that's what I was doing. I was like, anything we were doing, I was like, okay, let's go do this. Come on, Carmen, let's go do this. Let's film this. But it was like, it just wasn't, anything that I would watch, I guess. Other people may watch it, I don't know, but it just,